what's happening YouTube, Nature Man Kev here. So I'm at a different trail in South Houston, just checking out to see if they got any new mushrooms or herbs that's been popping up. We're at the beginning of March and we just had a whole bunch of rain. So it's a little bit warmer out here and I'm seeing some new growth from some new different plants and I'm finding a lot more cool mushrooms. So yeah, come walk with me, check it out. Now right here, we have a whole bunch of baby puffball mushrooms. Now these baby mushrooms right here, these puffballs are actually edible, so you can eat them young. When they get older, you can't, because then they'll be too full of spores and bust open, but these are still pretty young. So they're very dense and thick. So basically the insides of them are gonna produce a whole bunch of these black spores and make it like a mass, and then once they get ripe, they'll bust open and them spores are just gonna spread everywhere, and you kind of push them and puff on them. And that's why they're nicknamed the puffball mushroom. So you can see these that are still growing out, and then you can see the old puffball mushrooms right here. That's already busted open and been rained on and soggy and all of that. All right, so right there we're looking at a Trametes lactinea. Look how huge that mushroom is. Now, Trametes lactinea is in the same family as Trametes versicolor, like turkey tails. It's a very popular polypore mushroom out here. So you really can see them babies on a lot of different trees and a lot of wooded areas out here in South Texas. But yeah, I've researched and seen that it's had different medicinal properties. I haven't fully tested it out just yet, but I do got some dried at the house. So that'll definitely be in experimentation soon. And I'm not a big knowledgeable person on reptiles and snakes, so if somebody is and y'all could tell me what that snake is right there, I would truly appreciate it. Of course, we got the spiny sotisus, which is a very invasive plant, but it's actually beneficial young. You can actually eat the leaves when they're young. When they're old, they get way too spiky. Now, I'm not sure why this tree is marked specifically, but on it, they got southern clamshells. Check them babies out. These are really cool polypores. You can use them if you need it to hold fire. I think this is amado. Maybe it's not amado. I might be wrong on that one. But I know it's a southern clamshell for sure. It's a beautiful polypore that grows out here. Now, when you're looking at trees, one of the easiest ways to determine poison ivy is these hairy roots right here. Now, poison ivy likes to grow on different trees, and they grow really thick, but they always have the roots that look like hairs. So they look like a whole bunch of hairs that attack to whatever the host plant is, and then they just grow up from there and keep going. Right here we have a whole bunch of hairy hexagonias, and hairy hexagonias are a really cool polypore. Let me see if I can get over there, where the tops of them are actually hairy. They got like a little hairy, furry kind of caps to them. They're crazy. Now, another cool plant that we have out here is the palmettos. And palmettos are like the southern native palm trees. In the wild, they'll grow in like bunches like these, but once they grow individually, they grow into like very tall, beautiful trees. So yeah, I definitely rock with the palmettos. Now, the palmetto leaves can vary from looking like this when they're young, all the way to looking like those over there. Let me see if I can zoom in. There you go. Which are like your typical fans that you're used to seeing. So right here, we can see that poison ivy oak growing. And then when you look close, we even have some Schizophyllum communes. Schizophyllum communes is a really crazy mushroom. It has like 30,000 plus genes, so it can reproduce pretty easy and a lot and often and in varieties. So it becomes one of these mushrooms that pop up everywhere on dead wood. Then of course we're gonna have a whole bunch of Chinese privis. Now the privis are really cool because you got the big leaves, but then now I was understanding how people can mistake them, because you got these little leaves, and them little leaves can definitely start resembling Yupon hollies if you're unfamiliar with them, and they grow certain clusters. Like, nah, that's a Yupon. But they grow certain clusters that, let me see, like these right here. There you go. So that the other one was a yew palm, but this is a Chinese privet, and you can see those leaves look very much like the yew palm, except for they don't have serrated edges, and they don't snap when they're being. The yew palm hylas, those leaves are very stiff, so when you snap them, or when you squeeze the leaves, they snap basically immediately. So I don't know if you can see it down there, but these are deer mushrooms right here. And these deer mushrooms are very common in these fields. And they're often out here because these are a lot of wooded forests with a lot of different deer and stuff like that. So they often are out here consuming those. But right next to it, woo, we got red turkey tails. Look at that. And turkey tails are saprobic, so they eat dead wood. So you'll always find them on these different dead logs like that. Really cool farm right there. Now these branches right here belong to a southern live oak. And we have a lot of different oak trees out here, especially in the south being with all this water. But this one's native out here, for real, for real. It's an amazing southern live oak tree. And you see them on the side of the trails a lot, with a lot of different little oak tree seedlings or saplings on the side of the trails. Because mainly our forests are oak trees and pine trees. That's really all we have out here as far as like our big native trees. We have like beech, and we have maybe not beech, I don't know, I'm not sure, but yeah, those are definitely our native ones. Check these leaves out right here. If you've ever grown cannabis, they look very similar to like the little starter leaves, but these are the leaves to wild blackberries. And though I haven't ever tried those wild blackberries, supposedly they have like a spicy kind of vibe to them. So once they start fruiting, I will definitely come back out here and try some, give some a little sample and see what's happening. Now this is the yew palm hyla once it's fully producing berries. Look how beautiful that array looks. So it's really good. Like I say, this is the yew palm hyla, the caffeinated plant. And you can see that compared to the other video because of them, or that other clip, because of these serrated edges right there. A whole wild bunch of geranium. And it goes all the way over there. Just a bunch of geranium mixed in with other herbs. But yeah, so that was a lot of the different mushrooms and herbs that I found out here at this trail. I'm trying to scope out trails pretty much, so I'm on a journey to find the best one. So this was all right, this was cool. So yeah, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Hope you found something informative. If you did, please like, subscribe on the YouTube, and I catch y'all on the next video. Much love.